When you're new to steam oven cooking, it can be a little bit intimidating because you read recipes and they never mention using a steam oven. For example, if you're working with a recipe that tells you that you need cooked rice or any type of grains, you just turn on the steam oven, place the grains in the steam oven insert and set it there to cook. After a while it becomes second nature and you won't even think twice about it. I'm going to give you an example today to help you understand how easy this can be. We're going to make a vegetable stew today. Our stew actually consists of steamed red quinoa and some lentils. It has a base of onions, carrots, celery, simmered with some lovely San Marzano tomatoes. And we're going to actually incorporate this whole dish and serve it over some delicious roasted cauliflower slices. First thing I do, fill the tank of course, and turn the steam oven onto the steam mode. Then I place the quinoa into the dish and the lentils into the dish and add the water. We've noticed that when we steam grains in the steam oven, it's a good idea to actually use a little less water, that way they don't get too soggy. Now, we always, if we're cooking some quinoa for one dish, we tend to try to make a little bit more for another because quinoa is an easy, healthful dish to incorporate into a lot of foods. We're going to put the lentils into the steam oven and set the timer for 20 minutes. They may be done in 20, maybe 25. The quinoa will take approximately 15 minutes. While the grains are steaming, I'm preparing the vegetable base for the stew on the cooktop, and I'm putting the cauliflower into a pretty hot oven. I've got it set to 375 because we want the cauliflower to get nice and crisp and caramelized around the edges. You can see from the presentation, this was a very simple meal to prepare, and it's a delicious all-vegetarian meal. You can certainly add a little bit of meat to it if you'd like. This illustrates how easy it is to use the steam oven to your advantage. Pork shoulder roasts are a very popular cut of meat for braising. When we braise pork shoulder, we usually brown it first, and then recipes indicate that we should put it in a large, heavy pot with a tight-fitting lid. The steam that's created in the pot does the braising or the tenderizing and developing of flavor of the meat. Today I roasted a pork shoulder blade roast. I really like to roast with bones in the meat because they give so much more flavor and they give a lot of stability to the roast as well. We actually seasoned this, we gave it a dry rub the day before, and then I put it into the combination convection steam mode for 4 hours at 300 degrees. And as you can see, it's not just cooked, it's falling off the bone. Now the great thing about pork shoulder is that you do start with a fairly large cut of meat, but it's terrific to use in tacos or in stir fries or fried rice. It's a versatile meal, it's not horribly expensive. You can buy good quality pork nowadays, and cooking it in the steam oven, that's the way to do it. It's amazing nowadays how many vegetables we roast. But sometimes in winter you might be getting a little bit tired of the same roasted vegetables. So today we're going to make a very colorful rainbow steamed vegetable salad. In this salad we're going to use those beautiful multicolored carrots, 3 types of baby beets, golden, striped beets, and regular red beets. And we're also going to steam some of this romesco broccoli, which is a work of art in itself. And then we're going to throw in some orange cauliflower. My goodness, you can see why they call it rainbow salad. Now the beets will take the longest to steam, so we're going to get those started first. They'll probably take close to a good 30 minutes until they're fork tender. And then we'll slide in the broccoli and the cauliflower to steam for about 10 to 12 minutes. Again, all of those things can be done at one time. When the vegetables are still warm but cooled a little bit, we're going to toss them with a nice olive oil vinaigrette, and we're going to serve them with a little bit of curly endive and some microgreens. Just a spectacular dish that's full of flavor, full of nutrients, and full of color to brighten up your winter meals. Now, we focus a lot on all the great meals we cook in the steam oven, but I want to assure you, we don't skimp, we don't forget dessert. Definitely bread pudding is a fantastic dessert to cook in the steam oven, but today we're going to focus on a slightly healthier option, and that is baking and poaching pears. Pears are a great fruit to cook because they do have a tendency to over-ripen very quickly, because pears ripen from the inside out. And for baking, we tend to stuff them with a little bit of dried fruit, some oats is nice, a little bit of butter. And you'll want to bake them in the combination convection steam mode for about 25 to 30 minutes until they're nice and soft and slightly caramelized. When you poach the pears, you'll use the steam mode. We have added a little bit of Riesling to our pears to give them a little extra good flavor. And when we poach the pears in the steam oven, in the steam mode, it will take approximately 15 minutes. Poaching or baking pears makes a great dessert. It's a fabulous breakfast, and it's a wonderful snack for hungry children and adults alike.